Hey guys, Greg from Colossal Brickflix here, and today we're going to do the much put off Lego City tour of Bricklanta. Let's go ahead and get to it. So first off, let's explain what's going on here, and the room that we had the Bricklanta City set up in, it was pretty limited. It was my wife's office, and so we have this den that's off the side of our dining room, and so to, today I'm going to show you that since we've moved it. Um, it's we also expanded it at the same time, and so we have lots of empty spaces which are not filled in yet. We got tables that we added. I want to say 3 more tables, as you'll see here shortly. Um, Also, I wanted to discuss the tables that I've made and how I purposely had in mind to be able to make, multiple levels. I've since also had other ideas that I might discuss in this video as well, that I haven't actually completed yet and implemented, but you'll be able to probably understand pretty easily what those ideas are. But let's go ahead and get right to it. So if you look at the other video we had before, we had a similar setup to this right here, where we had a main street type of area with all of the modules. And so we still have that. And then we had a park that was right in the front. So now you see that the park, our little fairground that we have, is still here. It's right, it's still kind of off the front, but instead now we have this large drop down, and what that's going to be and what we're working on, and I do have some plates already, but they're currently at our station where we're building stuff, is it's going to be a river that's dropped down there, and the river is going to lead out along the town. There's a little bridge there. It's going to lead out. As you can see, right here we have a road plate, and I have this here just to show and to mark where an actual a bridge that's going to go over for cars is going to be at. So I got the truck right down there, the construction truck, and it's there with crane pieces on it, like it's working on the coming bridge, even though a truck wouldn't be in the river. And once I have the river plates down there, the truck will be pulled out, but I just have it there for now, just for us. But as you can see, the river comes out and it leads out into an open area, which is going to be a beachside area. So let me get to that in a minute. But let's stick back. Let's come back around to the river and the part here. This is the most complete part we have right here. So we do have a new addition, which is the garage. It's been at the Lego store. It still is, actually. We were just there a couple days ago, and that was still there. So we have the Lego garage. I do have a couple of things. I'm an older set with the tow truck, and we got it hauling this woman here. If we can get around to see her. Her car has been towed. It's never a good feeling, trust me. And it's arriving at the garage, and I don't think she knows how she feels about that. Meanwhile, we got the guy with the fancy performance car. He's getting like a tune-up. I got these little 4 guys here. They actually came with that whenever I ordered it. It was a used set, and the guy included these 4 guys, and their helmets don't match, so I'm going to give them all little blue hats like this guy's got. So yeah, so we have our master mechanic. She is coming out here shortly to come take a look at this car to see, make sure everything's running smooth, because when you have a high performance McLaren, it needs to be checked on probably at least monthly, but I don't own one, so I'm not sure what the maintenance on that would be. Anyway, we do have the train that's coming along behind the town now. It was coming behind the strip before as well, and it still is. So it's coming along behind. Let's take a look down behind. I don't know if we've got this before down behind the town, but we have our cat, and I want to say it's Crookshanks from Harry Potter, Hermione's cat, and doing my favorite thing that I love to see cats do, which is to take care of vermin. All right, coming up to the roof of the garage, we have, oh man, I can never remember her name. It's either Vixen or Black Canary. I don't think it's Vixen. I think it's Black Canary. Vixen's I don't know my DC women heroes, as especially some of the ones that are I'm not familiar with. But anyway, she's running over the rooftop, as you can see here. My wife likes having gargoyles on buildings, so that's that. Got our kid here with a drone, and he's spying on something, which we'll get to in just a minute. And of course, he plans on being here for a while. He's got his pizza, he's got his drone, he's good to go. All right, on top of this, which is the assembly square, we've got a little girl having a tea party, and she's having it. My wife set this up. She's having it with her friend dressed as a flower. Of course, back here, we've got. She's from Harry Potter. She's the astrology or astronomy teacher. God, I can't remember her name right now. I'm blanking on it. But anyway, she's back here, and we have a piece that fell. There we go. She's back here, also enjoying tea. It must be time for afternoon tea. Back up here to the tea party, I didn't even realize that she's there as well. So 3 friends having tea, and they also have some snacks right there as well. So that's pretty cute. Here is her gardener, grandma garden lady. Her rooftop garden. It's a very nice garden. My wife put that together. And yeah, up here we have, instead of a gargoyle, we have a weeping angel. So Doctor Who fans will know all about that. So anyway, this takes you down to behind the restaurant, and then the train that runs out the side over there. I do need some more straights. A lot of stores are out of railroad tracks right now, so I am using the switch, even though I hate really using it. So anyway, we come back over, and as you can see, this is like a riverside strip going down. It's going to run along the river, and there's a lot going on this scene. So I'll get over there, and we'll kind of get a little better shot of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roadway here. We got the new tow truck that came with the garage, of course. Of course, I've got a Ferrari. We still got our guy out front looking for pizza. We've got our guy there. He just left the bakery. He's got a pretzel in his hand. We got a girl who's going to try out for some. She's singer, dancer. She does it all. All right. We got our businessman walking. We got another businessman here with his umbrella and his newspaper, and he's ready to cross. We got our taxi. We got something here going on. We have a guy here with a caution sign saying, "Hey, you're gonna have to wait till you can go." And then what do we have here? But some kind of barricade set up by police. Things are happening here, so I'll get around to that side in a minute so we can see. Coming in over here, this side is where we have like a little Asian area. We have of course, our Chinese theater with our movie premiere out there. And then we've got a little Asian strip. Now, the little building you see here with the red and the gray little awning, that's temporary. That's there. We're waiting for this other set that's, I don't know if it's out yet or if it's coming soon, but it goes with that. It's got the same theme. It's Asian, and it's got like a bunch of little carts with it and stuff. So that's what we're waiting on. Right here, we have a car chase. So it's not really about to go any farther. The train's in the way right now just because that's where it stopped, but that's not normally where it is. But yeah, we've got a little car chase going on. Spider-Man he's after the crook in the red car as well. He just jumped on a lady's car hood, about to make the final plunge onto the crook's car, and the police are close in tow. Here's a new Lego figure we just got this week. This is one of the dwarves. I forgot his name, and I didn't even look it up the other day to see which one it is. But he was the one with the nice braided beard, and he was very cool. He was the biggest, I guess, the fattest dwarf of all of them, and he was always eating. We got a jogger, kid from Hidden Side. Hidden Side sets were cheap recently, so we picked up a couple of those. We do have some duplicate characters, as you'll see. I also got her recently too. She's I think she's like a exercise routine. It'd be cool to have like a little shop, a little exercise shop with a bunch of those in there. But right now we have her, and of course we have our emo kid here, and he's contemplating life while he looks over what will be the river. All right, coming down further, we just got the railroad crossing. I'm waiting to get 2 more of those ramp pieces to go over the railroad crossing. The railroad crossing goes over the road like this, and it'd be really nice if they included 4 of those instead of just 2. So I'm having to order those separately. Moving down, we have like a little area of smaller shops. I did take that off the pet store, that little apartment building, and I added it with these because similar color scheme and the size kind of just matches up really well, I think, here. We do have Sir Paul McCartney walking down the sidewalk there. And other than that, it's just some basic people walking, and it's not really completely set up yet as a scene, but it's just a place where we're kind of putting the buildings at for now. And as you can see behind, there's bare wood where more plates are going to go, and more action and more scenes are going to go as well. So let's talk about the fairground. The fairground hasn't really been messed with. In fact, it's not. It actually needs to be kind of I'm not gonna say redone, but it definitely needs to be adjusted and redone. Probably the best word for it. I think I just moved it literally, and I didn't even set things back up yet. We had the bumper cars, the area for that, and I actually have we have like pillars and a roof that's going to go on that. I have a lot of that, I've received already. I think I'm waiting on 5 or 6 more pieces that I have to order, and then we'll be able to add the rooftop, and it'll look like a real attraction instead of just something that's on the grass right now. Other than that, there's nothing new going on with the fairground at the moment. I have a section over here that's still under construction. As I said, I think in the last video, we have 2 of these UFO sets, and you don't have to quite buy a third. There's only a few pieces missing to make the third part if you want it, so I think that's what we're waiting on to do there. I'm going to come back over here by the garage and show you that this is bare wood. The plan right now is to just get 2 road plates that are going to do a U-turn right here, and then maybe have like grass out here or something. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this thing with the train. At some point I do want to add a train station, but that's probably a year down the road. So I'm sure once I have a train station, or we also are going to have to piece out the bank itself so the truck can be with the bank as a scene. So we'll have to see. I wouldn't mind having this truck as behind the bank and maybe having this either here or somewhere else. The train track does come around though. As you can see, it needs plates so we can kind of make this more stable. Right now I just have this little train, the part that came with the cargo train, this little building here. I have it kind of just here. Don't know if it'll be there forever, but it's there right now. And as you can see, the train comes around, and it does go over the river. The train track it wasn't complete, but just because this expanded a little bit, and like I said, train track pieces have been hard to come by in stores. So I just got the train back up and running a couple of days ago. I needed 2 curved pieces, and I ordered them on Bricklink and got them. So now this circuit is complete, but my batteries are low, so I'm not really running it right now, just to show off. But it does work, everything, that it's not hitting anything, so that's good. And yeah, I had just ran it like yesterday, and it stopped right there, so I'm just leaving it there for a moment. It does kind of show off that there is a train that crosses right there as well. Part of me, when I saw this crossing the road, I was like, maybe we should do a bridge that goes over. But I'm like, I'm already doing a bridge over the water here. And by the way, if you don't know, the blue and white is going to be the color scheme of our transit authority, which is the Bricklanta Rail and Transit, BRAT for short. And so blue and white is going to be the theme of the color. So I'm going to be doing a city bus soon that I'm going to piece out. I think it's going to be based on the design of the one with the handicap access. And so I'm going to turn that one blue and white. I've already got it. I've already got the wish list going for it, the wanted list going for it. on Bricklink. I just got to order the pieces, but because of this whole new addition with the river and the beach that's coming, um, all my Bricklink orders that are coming forward are going to be for pieces to build that up and add to it. And I'll talk about the river in just a moment. So that pretty much explains the fairground, the railroad, pretty much everything going on over there. I'll get a closer look of the Asian area in just a second and what's going on in that back corner. So let's go around to that. Alrighty, so this right here is um, this is the Year of the Rat set. It just came out this year, or no, wait, this is Year of the Dragon. It came out, right? This is the Year of the Dragon? I don't know. It's a newer set at Lego. We saw it, we picked it up, and this gave us the whole idea of, oh, now we need to do like an Asian section, because that'll be really cool to have in the town. We had this mock we were working on at first. I was going to use it for stop motion, like as a background. It's just so big, it doesn't even need to be a background anyway. But so now we've decided to take this. We're going to remove all of this. I may keep this part here and make it like maybe like a Chinese restaurant or something, because we have some little pieces on the front there. But this is going to be empty. It's going to really depend on the size of the set. That there's another Asian set. It's either out or coming out that we've seen, and it's got little stalls like with fireworks and little food and stuff. So I think we're gonna maybe have those pieces here. But then there's a big setting too that's kind of similar to this right here. So I think we're gonna have to find something to do with that, either on the back side here, or maybe on the front, or I don't know. We don't know yet. We have to see how the size works out. But this whole section here, all of this is dedicated to being a little Asian strip, and it may actually extend out back, but that's going to require another table on the back side here. And I know I'm going to have a table back here somewhere. I just don't know where yet. But that's, again, we're waiting on that Asian set before we even do anything with that. So for now, this is just a kind of a placeholder. All right, so let's go back around behind the Chinese theater. Yes, I still got the janitor upstairs doing his dancing on his break, because that's what good janitors do, I guess, or what this janitor does. So what we have going on here is we have the beginnings of the Captain America Winter Soldier scene with Nick Fury, where he's driving his SUV and suddenly he's ambushed by his own people, basically. I believe it starts off with cops, and then it's like I can't remember off the top of my head if it's actual SHIELD agents. I don't think it's like the ones at that point yet, because it's not really till the elevator scene that you see it's SHIELD that's trying to do it. So I believe these are just like hired mercenaries. But I know they're like dressed in black, so I would like to have a set of police cars. But there were police cars in the scene, because Nick Fury actually pulls up to a cop car, and looks like it's like a Washington, D.C. police officer, and he does the famous line, do you want to see my lease? Which is pretty funny. But so after that, if the cops kind of block him in, they pull out this battering ram thing to try to break into the side of the car. So I got his SUV like it's just been hit by it. It's up on its side, and of course we have our SWAT guys. The SWAT guys I'm using are from Lego Movie 2. I'm going to get more of them, and I want to get helmets instead of the hat. It's kind of a reverse hat situation like I had with the garage area over there. Instead of I don't want those hats, and if they were the same color I could swap it and give them those, but I can't. But anyway, I got two of those SWAT agents, and they're like Robo SWAT, so it's kind of funny in that regard. But yeah, I'm gonna have this scene's gonna be expanded. It's gonna be bigger. I'm probably gonna get a couple more police cars and maybe make a like a SWAT mock or something. I just don't want it to be confusing since we already have a black SUV. I do plan on getting some SHIELD stickers, so you can tell this is the SHIELD SUV. This SUV I made from it was a mock. If you come around to the front, you can see the grill a little better, which kind of looks good. I like the way the grill looks. Not so much a fan of how the side came out of the back of it. There's like a gap. You can see it right there. I don't like that gap that came out of the design. So they didn't have actual instructions for this mock. It was just a picture, a set of like 3 pictures I was going off of. And if you search, I think SUV Lego mock, you'll see that I based this on a gray one, but I wanted it to be all in black. And I think there were some pieces that they used that weren't available in black. So I had to kind of improvise. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. It definitely sets the scene, and I like it, so it worked out. But this scene is indicative of the kind of scenes that we want to have in our Lego City. We like pop culture. We like Marvel stuff. We like all kinds of things a lot. I'm a huge fan of Batman. Not necessarily everything DC, but I love Batman. So I want to reference those things we love. So you'll see, even it may not even be Marvel or DC. It could be Star Wars. There's all kinds of scenes that we want to add, you know, um, into the city that are based on like things you'll see in pop culture. And I'll show you. I think I have another example of that in a little bit. But there's reasons why we want to do things. It can also be fantasy, so there'll be stuff coming with our beach scenes and our river scene that are also going to be part of that as well. So let's go ahead and continue the view down here. So you come down our street here. We have, my dogs are about to go out, so you're probably going to hear barking here in a second. But we have the street scene going on here. And as I said, we've already seen the cop chase scene. I do want to go in on this figure here. Really like her. She is from the Fantastic Beasts. So I really like her character. And there's some Harry Potter minifigure series 2 coming out in another month or so. So I'll be getting some of those. And Kingsley Shacklebolt, he's kind of dressed to me kind of in a similar fashion, so I plan on having them together, I think, walking. All right, so moving on, let's go to the back part here. So we've got the night bus here, and this is just like a temporary place. This is like a temporary place for things I have coming. So as you see, I do have Captain America. I've got Ron Weasley. I've got pieces back here that we use. We've got our brushes so we can dust things off. I have a mock I'm working on currently in this. But back here we also have a little dog park. We have a dog walker. And so yeah, we got a little sign there. It says warning, even though it's dog park. And so yeah, we thought that was cute behind the apartment buildings here. Let's show you this off. This is a new little thing here. We have a guy here that's having a little bit of grill trouble. Fire got out of hand. And so it's a little grill mock I put together real quick. I think it's based on a little mock that was like a free, one of those ones you can go build. Where you go to Lego and you get to build a free mock or a free little design that they do. So I think I based it on some of that with the pieces I had without having to order anything, just because I needed a grill. And it's caused an issue. So if you go down, we have the fire department. Dave showed up. They're telling him, hey, you need to back away from that fire because you're about to get wet otherwise. And it's a slow news day, so the news are actually out there because they followed the truck, so they have that. So anyway, that's what's going on over here. We got the guy here. He's kind of oblivious. He's like, what? That's my apartment building. He's kind of worried because he was in the middle of his Fortnite game and had to stop playing. But yeah, so that's this little scene back here. That takes care of this whole side. And let's go ahead and go around to the front where we're going to complete this video by discussing upcoming changes and addition, the beach and the river. All right, so we're back and I'm going to show you an overhead view so you can see the river and you can also see how this is built. Now this isn't a separate table down here, this part here. This here is just bridged between these two tables. So I just added like a tongue down there, or is it a groove? No, it's the groove tongue, whatever. I added a couple of boards down there underneath here just to be able to slide this board in there into that position. It doesn't quite meet up right, and I'll fix that once we're ready to actually connect it all and bridge it together. But so this is going to be a river, and I'm going to build up the sides of it so it kind of comes up and meets up with the sides here. It'll be more nature based, so it'll be like a place where you'll see people canoeing or boating or maybe swimming or floating or lounging. And so that's the kind of river it's going to be. So it's going to be a little bit of a flowing river, and it's going to come down and meet out here to the beach and run off into the actual ocean. So we've just started getting beach plates in. These just came in this week, so we have like a little bit of how it's gonna look. we're going to be using lots of smaller pieces to fill in and make a coastline. We got plans over here. This is probably going to be, if you have ever seen like a jetties type thing with rock formation, maybe a lighthouse. We're going to run that out this way along here, right straight off from the river. And yeah, this will come out to an ocean here where we just have a few boats. So right now we have the hidden side boat. Then I de-monsterfied any of the hidden side stuff that I got because I didn't really want it for that. I just wanted it for the actual, you know, that it's a shrimp boat, which goes with the shrimp shack. And because the shrimp shacks were so cheap, I bought 2 of them and I'm putting them together. So I had to order more of these wall pieces here, which they came in, but then I'm still waiting on these brown pieces, which I have ordered. So as soon as I get these brown pieces, I can fill in these gaps, add these to the top of them, and complete the roof, and we will have one large shrimp shack. Instead, on the inside, instead of, because you're basically getting 2 kitchens, I just went ahead and made it, if you can see, it's a bar instead, or a little standing counter, so people can just come in and order and they can eat there. I'm not really I don't have room for bar stools, so I think it's just gonna be more for ordering. So walking in and ordering on that side. I do need to switch the sign around because right now it's over here. So basically, once the scene is set up, it'll probably be better off this way here. Again, didn't really do much. Haven't really set this area up. I literally just placed pieces down. So I placed the pieces that we had that were kind of beach. We started getting a lot of beach themed things. We noticed, ran with surfboard. We found this little poly bag online for like $5, and so I was like, okay. So we had all this beach stuff, and I love this. These are the hidden side guys. I put them in the car. I modified their car to where instead of having a front cannon on it, it's just like a little tiny windshield looking thing. But it's great because this couple, we have 2 sets of these guys, so you're going to see them around the town, and they're both on their phones while driving. It's great. It's wonderful. But anyway, I got a wind sail coming for that soon, and then we've got, of course, the diving yacht out here. It's going to be out here in the water to show that off. We made these pieces here from the 12-in-1 along with that sandcastle. So those are all kind of beach themed. I don't know what we're going to do with these yet, but I will talk about another idea I have real quick before we finish this tour. And the idea is that for the end of this table, as you can see, it's the end here. I want to do another table this same size, the same height right here. So as you can see, this table drops down from the town level. And up here, like I said, that's going to be a bridge that I'm going to work on. And that's where the gas station is for right now. There's gas station and a little burger spot. I may join those together. I'd like to make the gas station just a little bit bigger. But yeah, so that's probably going to be a gas station up there. Because I saw another video, I think it was Jane. He was going over his town and he said he had a hard time finding a place for his gas station. And before he even said that, I was like, yeah, I have the same thing. Like, where do you put these gas stations? So I think by the beach will work really good for this. There's always like a gas station. Well, there's gas stations everywhere, but just a smaller gas station. They always seem to have those out near a beach. So I'm going to do that. But over here, this table here, the next table, I have 2 more tables, maybe 3 more tables I'm going to make for this area. We will be moving next summer. So we want to find a spot that's got like a big enough room to devote to this town. That'll be its own room instead of being like in a den or something. But there are 2 more tables, maybe 3 that I want to add before we move. One of them is going to be at the end of this, so it's going to run down along where you see this old looking tree here. So it'll run along there and extend that road part out. So that'll be pretty cool. But then also right here is another table. I want to do it the same height as this. However, I want to cut the middle portion out and then have it drop down so it's like an ocean. So it'll be surrounded by water and the middle part will be dropped down where we can have like a deeper area where we can do like a deep sea exploration area or have some creatures down there. So I like this table design for that reason, because I can adjust the height. I can add things between them like I did over here. I could even add a whole section over here on this side that drops down as well, like another river, or maybe even like a subway type system. So I made these tables specifically with multiple levels in mind. And like I said, I'm going to do a table, middle cut out, and drop down to where it's like an ocean depth. So looking forward to that. But anyway, this has been the much promised tour I've been going over for the last 2 weeks. Here's an overview here. And yeah, as you can see, it's growing. It's taken on a life of its own, and it's only going to get bigger. So anyway, please like, subscribe, comment below, tell me what you think, tell me what you'd like to see, and yeah, we'll see you next time.